Hi everyone, I'm Serena Fazan and we are here at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium. I'm joined by David Yates, a very familiar name. Hi David.
Thanks for being here. Right.
It's so exciting. So you're such a part of the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, but tell us what you're doing right now.
So this is the new build, where we are right now today is an $80 million new complex we opened up about 6 months ago. I left CMA formally as a CEO about a year ago, but I still kind of work with them on and off. So we're kind of in the middle of the expansion we opened up last year. So when I left there, I'm now involved in filmmaking and writing books, but I come back, I consult with them every now and then. I'm still involved with some of the kids I work with over the years. Winter inspired so many lives, Winter the Dolphin with Overcoming Stories. So I'm still involved that way, but it's hard to come back because I was here full time for 14 years and I miss it, and it's very emotional to come back to my old home here.
Well, I am so honored that you invited me to come back because we put together what's called a sizzle reel. And again, so honored and flattered to be a part of it. Tell us about this potential new movie.
So there's a young lady named Nguyen, who lives in the Tampa Bay area that was attacked the week before her prom, 13 years ago. And she's been going through therapy for 13 years, trying to learn to walk again, a lot of issues, but a great overcoming story that when you were at ABC, were part of kind of getting her story out to the world. Very inspiring story, overcoming story. And I'm now working on a major motion picture based on her story. The story is about overcoming inspiration. And it's really about a number of great, strong women, you included, who really got behind a story like this. So it's really about strong women, never giving up, and how the community came around Queen and her family, are really helping her get through the issues she's doing right now. They help with fundraising. So it's just a community gathering around a young woman who needed some help and a family. And that's the basic story, very inspiring story.
Absolutely, and again, Dave, I can't even tell you how honored and flattered I am that you interviewed me here at the Aquarium, in fact, for this movie. Why do you think, specifically right now, I feel personally, stories of faith and inspiration are more important than ever. Do you agree?
Well, there's no question. In Hollywood right now, in the entertainment industry where I spend a lot of my time right now, there's a boom of need of fresh content, of faith and family-based films. People want to be inspired, especially coming out of COVID. People want to be inspired, they want to be motivated. It's been a tough year, so films that generate inspiration, like the movie Dolphin Tale and Dolphin Tale 2 did, same kind of genres, are really needed right now and are very much trending up in a very, very positive way. So this story about Queen, we have a long way to go. We just have the treatment done. I'm pitching it to studios right now. It is exactly that kind of a story. It's a lady who went through a tough time that's coming out of it with help in a very inspiring way. So those stories, that kind of content is what the world wants right now today.
So Dave, for people who may not know exactly what a treatment is, what is a treatment and what is you and I know what a sizzle reel is, right? But can you explain it for people who may not know?
So the whole process of making a movie, it's a long process you go through. The first thing you have to do is you have to have, what's the story? There's a lot of great stories in the marketplace, but you have to have a really compelling story, and you put it in written form, either in a full script or what's called a treatment. A treatment is a mini version of a script. So a treatment might be 9 or 10 pages, where a script is the whole script of the entire movie. So treatment is a summary of a movie. The script is the entire movie as it will be seen on film. So I have a treatment done right now on Queen's story. And what you do is, you really have to understand the story and what works for consumers. You can't just write the story out and go from there. You have to really think, how do I tell this story in a way that a studio will say, you know what, there's 1,000 stories we're seeing today, but we want that one. So they greenlight the movie. So I spent a lot of time working on how to tell this story the right way. But again, it comes down to, if you have an overcoming, inspiring story in the marketplace today and you know how to tell it, the opportunities are there right now.
So with the reel, and you interviewed me for the reel here, and again, it's kind of strange being right on the opposite side of the camera for me. But what do you do with those interviews then? Do you piece the interviews together and then you present it to a production?
So the things I use when I'm pitching a movie to a studio partner is, number one, my background. Do they believe in who I am? I have to show my success I've had, number one. Number two, then I have the treatment. Then number three, I have a video, a sizzle reel, as you said. And the sizzle reel really is, 2 to 3, 4 minutes, summarizing the key story elements and meeting the people that the movie's based on. Movies inspired by real life stories, people love that. They love that. It's the way it's going today. So the sizzle reel is designed to say, here's the treatment shows the written summary of the movie. Here's the people in real life. And that's how you pitch, that's how you sell.
Wow, so are you optimistic Do you see this becoming a major motion picture, or do you see it more going towards Netflix or a docuseries?
Yeah, so what I'm working on right now, the concept is a feature film. Now that's a broad category. That can be seen anywhere. That can be in theaters, it can be on digital platforms, both. It might be Netflix, it might be somebody else. There's all kinds of digital platforms. And where the world went, especially because of COVID, it's all digital right now. You may see theaters go away in 3 or 4 years, I hope not. But right now they're empty. So this can go on a variety of platforms. So when we say a major motion picture or a feature film, it doesn't mean it's going to be in theaters necessarily. Most films don't go in theaters today, obviously. So what we do is once we have the concept done and I pitch, let's say I pitch X, Y, and Z studio and they buy into this, then we talk distribution thereafter. It can be done in a number of ways. But clearly, every film will eventually be, if not initially, be on digital platforms. You see what's happening right now with movies coming out today right now. They go on digital platforms and the theaters the same day. You didn't used to see that because everybody shifted to being online, at home, watching digital. Netflix went sky high the last year. So the digital platform audience has grown dramatically, and that's not going to change. It's not going to go away.
So it is so interesting, and I think you're right. Like people who are viewing things, it's even because of what we went through with COVID. It's even larger at this point. I know you and I are both on quite the same page to help Queena and her family. But how can the community? We both have a message on please continue to help Queena and her family. But what as a community can we do on that, of course, as well as helping you get this movie made?
I think the number one thing for Queena's sake is she has huge medical bills, and you helped raise a lot of money over the years. They still have that. And if you Google Queena Tampa, those words, I forgot the website URL, but you'll find her website. Go on and donate, help out. She has a lot of needs. It's not a overly wealthy family, so she has financial needs that will go likely the rest of her life. She has therapy, all kinds of medical needs. That's number one. Number two, talk about the story. Talk about it to your friends. The way word of mouth advertising, as I call it, is a big deal in getting a story out in the marketplace. Share videos of on your digital platforms, on your own social media platforms everybody has out there. Find her videos, share them with your friends. Let's have a digital revolution, getting Queena's story out there. That does two things. It inspires people, number one. It'll probably raise money for her, but also thirdly, it's probably going to help me get attention to studios. So just getting her story out in the marketplace more and more helps on a number of fronts. So find her, go on her website, find her videos, share them, get them out to the marketplace.
Well, thank you, Dave, so much. And I want to give a shout out here because when I first came here to tape the reel, when we, and I said, Dave, let's do a Facebook Live. And I used my phone and the audio was not that great. So the great crew at CP Communications and Red House Streaming, the CEO said, why don't you come back?
Right.
This is a very important story. And why don't you reshoot it? So we actually have good microphones. So we have a great camera.
All good.
So we live in a wonderful
And you got
community.
dolphins in the background.
We have dolphins in the background.
There you go.
I mean, could we not ask for more? We live in the best state ever. So thank you so much, everyone. And we do encourage you, exactly what Dave said, is please share these videos as much as possible. It'll be on my, on my pages, of course. I'll share them to your pages. And the more we get it out there, hey, and we want to bring films back to Florida. I would also encourage people to watch the podcast that you did with me, On the Record with Serena Fazan. Alex Harris joined you as well. It's so weird always saying my name, but anyway.
There you go.
Anyway, any final words?
Just thanks for being here, and for the audience, thanks for supporting Queena's story. It's an amazing story, and hopefully you'll see it on a major digital platform within a couple of years.
Thank you so much, Dave. I would hug you. We are standing 3 feet apart, but COVID, Thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks for your support.